Hi guys, so today pag-uusapan natin itong halving, yung pinaka probability ng price actions na tatamaan sa mga susunod na buwan once na mag-trigger yung halving event dito guys, no. So pag-uusapan din natin dito guys yung pinaka structure ng price actions, kung ano yung nangyari from the past, at kung ano nga ba yung nakita ko dito na comparison from its previous move going to these coming moves guys, no. So as we can see, makikita natin dito yung pinaka chart niya. Meron tayo ditong pinaka-hypothesis, trajectory ng isang price action nitong si BTC guys, no. Pag-uusapan din natin itong halving details dito. Meron din tayong ginawa before na module na kung saan 3K pa lang yung price action. Binigyan natin ng perspective yung stages ng market cycle, accumulation, advancing, distribution, declining, and balik ulit na accumulation guys, no. This is back in 2019. So pag-uusapan natin yan dito guys sa video natin today. Pero before tayo dito mag-start, kung hindi nyo pa na-like itong video na to, please like this video first, subscribe nyo yung YouTube channel natin, turn all the bell icon para ma-notify kayo dito sa mga updates natin na ginagawa sa ating YouTube channel. So nandito tayo ngayon guys sa chart ni BTC. Naka-weekly time frame ako dito. Meron ng RSI. We have as well volume dito sa baba. Dito guys, isa sa napansin ko, sobrang reactive ng price actions, especially BTC, if paparating na yung halving event guys, no? So yung halving event is that ito ay isa sa mga deflationary mechanism ni Bitcoin para mabawasan yung pinaka-supply sa market. So sa economics natin, economics 101, if ever na yung demand is nagre-retain pero yung supply is bumababa, yung isa sa mga epekto sa market is that tumataas yung presyo, no. It implies din dito sa price actions ni BTC guys, no. Then again, before ako mag-start dito, disclaimer lang na itong video natin today is just for ideas, for reference, and does not qualify as an investment or financial advice. Though we can see the past performance ni BTC, but then again guys, yung past performance does not guarantee yung pinaka-future results, no. So dito binibigyan lang natin ng perspective, probabilities guys, no, and there's no guarantee talaga, no. Wala din akong magic ball just to predict yung pinaka-exact results or performance in the future. We just derive on the data that we have dito, no, previous price historical data, no. So yun, explain lang natin dito ng konti ang halving, no. So Bitcoin halving guys, isa sa mga deflationary mechanism ni BTC. So in total merong 32 halvings, no, which means there are 29 more halvings left to go if ever man na ma-trigger yung next halving sa 2024. Bali 28 na lang, no. By the time of next Bitcoin halving sa 2024, 93% of the total Bitcoin supply will have been mined, no. Still, it will take more than 100 years as per estimates guys, around 2140 para ma-mine lahat ng Bitcoin pag fully circulate, no. So dito guys, nung inilabas yung BTC halving is that nasa 50 BTC yung namamine every 10 minutes, no, block intervals ng mga miner. Nung nagkaroon ng first halving 2012 nahati, no, 25 na lang yung nakukuha na block reward ng mga miner every 10 minutes interval, no. Nung 2016 naging 12.5 na lang, 2020 6.25 na lang, and sa 2024 once na ma-trigger yung Bitcoin halving, 3.12 block reward na lang, no, yung pinaka-reward ng mga miners sa loob ng 10 minutes, no. Ito yung Bitcoin halving, one of the deflationary mechanism for BTC, no, na mabawasan yung supply, maging scar yung supply, as well as for the approach ng mga miner na they tend to hold na lang instead of selling, no. So ngayon punta naman tayo dito guys sa price actions ni BTC, and as of recording ng video na ito kanina, nagkaroon ng retracement si BTC around 40k ni retest, and then back up naman siya, quick pullback naman siya ngayon around 41,800 yung current price action si BTC. So ngayon, isa lang siguro dito guys na explain ko is that yung pinaka behavior, no, how price action reacts when the halving event for the upcoming halving event guys, no. And as we can see dito guys sa ating pinaka charts, no, so ito yung pinaka halving, itong guhit na to, ito yung pinaka legend natin for the halving event guys. So naka-weekly time frame tayo dito, and dito guys, isa sa napansin ko na previously isa sa pinaka malaking gain talaga ni BTC, around 7,400%. That's only on estimates, no, this data may vary. After this, ito yung una guys, no, ito yung unang angat ng price actions. Tapos pangalawa naman, ito 7,400%, and then dito naman is that bumaba siya, no, 3,299 na lang, and then dito naman nasa around 900, no, 50, or sabi na lang natin 1,000%. So upon observations dito guys, merong changes, no, na nangyayari in terms of ROI sa pagangat ng price actions, no. So for example, ito naging 900 to 1,000% na lang. In my own personal perspective lang guys, this price action may vary pa rin guys, no. Meron tayo ditong nilagay na pinaka curve, no. I'll just change lang para mas makita natin. Ayan. So ito yung pinaka resistance curve na inilagay ko upon hitting this and retesting these areas, is that we can estimate dito around 84, but I don't guarantee guys, no. Wala tayong pinaka magic ball. This is only for the projection, no. This is only an hypothesis, pinaka projection dito. So around 80 yung potential na retest niya dito if ever man na mas umakat pa at matrigger yung bull market guys, no, or magkaroon dito ng continuation momentum sa upside, just like what happened sa mga previous price actions niya guys, no. Pwede rin natin guys i-check yung pinaka RSI. Punta tayo sa monthly. Ayan. So isa sa mga observations natin dito once the market is going to its bull market is that yung pag-angat ng RSI guys, no. So if we can take a look dito, price action going to the upside, RSI as well is going to the upside, price action going to the upside, RSI as well going to the upside, and nasa zone pa lang tayo around this area, itong current price actions nitong BTC guys, no, just pointing to the upside sa monthly time frame, no. You can cross-validate din ito guys sa end ninyo. If we can take a look dito, ito yung pinaka-structure niya, no. So we'll see. Maraming mga nagtatanong, pwede bang ma-hit yung 100k? Per observations dito guys, kailangan muna niyang mabasag yung mga previous highs, no, which is around 68k, 50k. Kailangan niya muna basagin yan para ma-conclude yung new all-time highs, which is yung above 60k targets guys, no. So yun yung isa sa mga questions, but itong illustration, itong pinaka-hypothesis lang natin dito is on my own perspective. This is very important for me to have basis kung saan na nga ba yung structure, yung price actions, no. So isa din sa mga importanteng kailangan nating i-consider guys is that yung pinaka-accumulation, no. This is a good risk to reward zone, no, itong accumulation area. So if you remember guys, sa ating YouTube channel back in 2019-2020, I give perspective sa 4 stages sa market cycle, which is accumulation, advancing, distribution, and declining guys, no. So halos it reflects din yan dito sa pinaka-structure na to. This is more detailed lang. Ito, nasa module naman natin to, especially sa mga members, no. So pwede nyong kunin yung module na to, nasa Discord naman natin sa mga members, no. So nasa day 2 ng ating module yan, yung details ng 4 stages ng market cycle and other details pa dito guys, no, how technical analysis works, no. So yun, hope you get some ideas dito guys, especially dun sa mga nagtatanong how Bitcoin, how crypto reacts through this halving event nitong si BTC guys, no. And hindi ko man dito ma-explain lahat, hopefully sa live stream natin is that ma-explain ko. Feel free to ask questions lang guys, no, sa ating mga videos, especially dito kung meron kayong mga questions, no. Yun lang for today guys, hope this video helps, hope you get some ideas dito sa video na to. Kung hindi nyo pa napapanood yung previous halving event na discuss natin is that click nyo lang tong video na to guys, and see you sa video na yan guys. Maraming salamat ulit sa panunood, ingat tayong lahat, peace out, bye for now.